Okay, so Sony's press conference just ended, and I'm actually talking to you from the past. I could have posted this last night, but it was late, and I was tired. So let's get the best news out of the way first. The PlayStation 4 will release this holiday season for $399, which is $100 less than Microsoft posted their Xbox One earlier today at $499. And not only that, it felt like Sony was just kind of taking little jabs at Microsoft towards the end of the press conference. Sony will fully support used games, and this is a big deal because this is something that has been going on for a while, ever since Microsoft completely mismanaged how they were going to introduce that to the public. And it's been a big question for Sony's console as well, but they actually spent a few minutes actually talking about it. It's going to be fully supported, no block on used games, no DRM, and your console won't even have to check in at least every 24 hours or any kind of online check-in unless you want to play multiplayer or update games, anything like that. This is the fourth press conference I've watched today, and this is the biggest cheer I heard all day was for this. So that tells you just how big of a deal the used games controversy was in gamers' minds. And this is actually the best possible way that Sony could have concluded their press conference. In addition to showing off the amazing Destiny gameplay, which is the first time we actually get to see it played, and it was worth it. It was amazing. It was one of those games where it's just like, yeah, that's why I'm a gamer. So that was really great, and I really applaud the way that they did it. The rest of the conference, though, they showed off the PlayStation 4. They did a lot of things that kind of needed to be shown because Microsoft got all of their technical stuff kind of out of the way in the first press conference, and now Sony is kind of playing catch up, so their press conference is a little bit longer. They spent a good amount of time talking about where the console was going, the PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, that it's still going to all be supported. And then they showed off the games, but most of them were shown off in trailer form, which was kind of disappointing because the thing is, especially with the brand new console, you want to see the game actually running on the console, people playing it on stage. And it was another disappointing part because at one point they said, oh, we've got brand new gameplay of Killzone Shadowfall, brand new gameplay of Knack, and Infamous Second Son, but we're not going to show it to you here. Go online and look at the videos that we just posted. So that was really kind of disappointing and kind of a letdown of the press conference. But they did actually announce a few new titles, which Square actually showed up and announced Final Fantasy Versus, which surprisingly that is still a thing. Final Fantasy Versus 13 is now Final Fantasy 15. And the biggest news of the night came from a short teaser that fully announced Kingdom Hearts 3. Somewhere out there, a collective part of the internet is still crying. This was a big deal because this is something that people have been clamoring for. We've been getting the little side story games for so long. It was nice to finally see that they're actually working on it, and that was a big deal. But again, the biggest thing is that there's no used game blocking. The price point is $100 less, but overall, the press conference itself was kind of disappointing because, like Microsoft's, we really didn't see that must-have game for a brand new console launch. A lot of the great games that are going to be coming, again, not until 2014. Infamous Second Son, not until 2014. But the E3 is still going on, so we might see something else announced. In addition to, they showed off some really good demos of Assassin's Creed 4 and Watch Dogs, which are, of course, going to be on the next generation, but it's, again, not those games where you expect it to sell the new system because you can buy it for the current system that you already have. We'll just have to wait and see what changes between now and the assumed release this November. Okay, so We've had a lot of content this week, and it's still going on. Tomorrow, stay tuned for another episode of Aaron's Brownies, in which I'll pit Xbox One against the PlayStation 4 once again, now that we have almost all the information, and see which one I really think will dominate whenever the consoles finally release. In addition to this, at the end of this week, we'll have our Man of Steel review, as well as hopefully an unboxing of The Last of Us Collector's Edition. So stay tuned, there's a lot of great stuff coming. Be sure to click that subscribe button and leave any comments or questions you have in the space below.